Welcome back to Citrus TV News. The UN General Assembly began today with President Trump taking stage in more than one way.
Trump's speech maintained his agenda of America first as he asked the gathered nations to respect the sovereignty of the U.S.
Trump defended several of his decisions, including withdrawing America from the Iran nuclear deal. He also described America's current trade relationship with China as, quote, just not acceptable.
The president turned the most heads when he described the work his administration did in his first 2 years in office. Note the reaction he got.
My administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
You can't see it in the video, but Trump drew head shakes and skepticism from many of the attending leaders.
Comedian and television star Bill Cosby will serve 3 to 10 years in prison following his sentencing hearing today. The Montgomery County judge labeled Cosby a sexually violent predator.
Andrea Constand and Janice Dickinson were among Cosby's victims who were in the courtroom today. Constand says that, quote, Cosby took her beautiful young spirit and crushed it.
Cosby's lawyers asked for bail, but the judge ordered him locked up immediately.
The co-founders of Instagram are stepping down, and they're not saying why. Last night, Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger made the announcement that they plan to leave the social media company in the next few weeks.
Both men have led the company for 8 years, and reports say they often clashed with the direction of Instagram after Facebook bought it 6 years ago. The co-founders added in a blog post that they hope to use their future time to explore the curiosity and creativity in their hearts again.
And the GOP is hiring a female attorney to question Christine Blasey Ford in Thursday's hearing against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley said her name will not be released due to safety concerns.
Now, Ford's lawyers are questioning the role this attorney will play given her history in cross-examining victims of sex crimes. Press presence will be limited in the hearing room, and Ford will be given security protection by Capitol Police.
President Trump is calling the hearing a con game by the Democrats and derided accuser Deborah Ramirez's claims in a statement today.
Oh, Versace, a name we won't be hearing a whole lot longer. Michael Kors is buying the high-end fashion brand for over $2 billion.
The group will officially be called Capri Holdings Limited, named after the glamorous island. Versace CEO will stay on to lead the brand's management team, along with the late Gianni Versace's sister.
The U.S. government is putting even more pressure on Venezuela. Today, the Treasury Department put financial sanctions on 4 members of President Nicolas Maduro's inner circle, including his wife and vice president.
Those close to Maduro are accused of plundering the country's wealth and are crucial to him maintaining power. The Treasury Secretary says the U.S. will continue to impose sanctions to help the Venezuelan people restore their democracy.
Today, top German bishops are recognizing the thousands of sexual abuse cases that took place in Catholic churches across their country. A new report released this morning reveals over 3,000 people were abused by clergy between 1946 and 2014.
The head German bishop apologized for the church's failures and says the guilty must be punished. This scandal comes while the Catholic Church is currently dealing with new abuse cases in Chile, the U.S., and Argentina.
And coming up, more weather from sunny Balkans. Stick around, Citrus TV News. We'll be back.